What is up, guys? I'm Neal Jolly and welcome inside Jolly Studios, where we talk about everything cameras to sneakers. And today we're talking about the Jordan 12 Retro Black University Gold. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. I'm so glad to see all of you guys here, and we've got the Jordan 12 in a colorway that a lot of people are really excited about. Gary Payton fans especially. This is a colorway that resembles the PE that Gary Payton wore during the 2003 and 2004 season with the Los Angeles Lakers, and there are some differences and maybe minor differences than this pair and that colorway that the glove wore. But before we get into the history behind these sneakers, let's get into the unboxing, moving into the in-depth review of the materials on this sneaker, giving you guys an on-foot look, and then finally my verdict on whether you should shoot, hold, or pass on your shot at these sneakers. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Coming in a classic tricolor brown, orange, and black cardboard shoebox that replicates those used for Air Jordan and Nike releases in the late 90s. We've got a larger Jumpman on the top of the box and a smaller Jumpman in black on the sides, and then we've got a statement you'll also find on the heel fabric on the sneaker stating quality inspired by the greatest player ever. Upon lifting the lid and resting inside brown tissue paper, we've got the Jordan 12s with no other dressings inside the box. The Jordan 12 is a sneaker that Michael Jordan made a lot of history in, and notable colorways like the flu game are always highly sought after, but this is a sneaker, as mentioned, that Gary Payton had as a player exclusive, and so Michael Jordan never wore this colorway on court, and Gary Payton had this colorway as well as the black and purples, a sneaker that we are getting later this year as a release, which I'm really excited about as well, and a white and university gold pair as well on court. And I believe those three were the only colorways that Gary Payton did have. So if you are a fan and have been waiting for this PE, then this is your shot. And this is the first retro release of a colorway in this kind with that black and university gold for the Jordan 12. And for me personally, I'm just a fan of this colorway in general, and so when official images of this sneaker were released, I was really interested in how the materials would look in hand and how they would hold up. And so let's get into the in-depth review of the materials on this sneaker to answer that question, starting from the front to the back and from the top to the bottom. Starting with the uppers on the sneaker, we've got some textured black and university gold leather paneling, and the texture is pebbled and comes in this matte finish, so these aren't shiny or glossy, and it really does allow the gold to stand out as is. Moving into the lacing system, we've got some thin black rope laces that are weaving through 8 eyelets, and the top 2 eyelets feature some Jumpman branded accents in this matte black finish. Behind the laces, we've got a black leather shoe tongue that is slightly different in texture to that of the black leather featured on the uppers of the sneaker. And down the middle of the shoe tongue, we've got the signature 2-3 embroidered in gold, and moving to the top of the tongue, we've got a Jumpman embroidered in gold as well. Sliding over to the midfoot on the lateral side, we've got a Jumpman branded plate that does blend into the university gold leather paneling, and impressing against the pebbled black leather, we can see that the material is quite forgiving, and so these should break in pretty nicely. Moving to the heel, we've got a fabric pull tab that features some more Jumpman branding and the statement we also saw on the shoebox, quality inspired by the greatest player ever. And on the bottom of the heel and a part of the translucent gold midsole, we've got the iconic number 23 in black, which is one of my personal favorite touches on the Jordan 12. Moving inside the sneaker, we've got a black interior and a black insole with the Jumpman branding in gold on the heel, and from removing the insole, we can see that these are strobo boarded. Along the bottom of the sneaker, we've got a translucent gold midsole that does blend into the shiny black finish along the heel, and then we've got a standout outsole with a Jumpman in black on the tip of the toe, black herringbone pattern traction, translucent university gold rubber, and a carbon fiber plate that is visible at the arch of the foot. But now is my favorite part of the video, where I finally get to throw these sneakers on feet, style them, and give you guys a closer look. When it comes to sizing, the Jordan 12 Retro Black University Gold are advised to fit true to size, and I'd agree. I picked up a size 9.5 US, which is my standard size, and these fit comfortably on my feet. Released on July 24th of 2020, this is a sneaker that did retail for 190 USD, and for us here in Canada, 255 Canadian, and these sneakers were immediately sold out on the day of their release, and now are only available on the resale market. And so if you are interested in picking up a pair, I've left a direct link in the description box below for you to check these sneakers out and potentially pick up a pair for yourself. And now's the part of the video where I make my case for whether you should shoot, hold, or pass on your shot at these sneakers, with shoot being picking these sneakers up at their current retail price, hold being potentially waiting for these sneakers to go on sale or another opportunity to pick these sneakers up, and pass being that these sneakers might not be for me or for you, but for somebody else. And when it comes to the Jordan 12 Retro Black and University Gold, if you're a fan of Gary Payton, if you're a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers, or if you're a fan of any sports team that has that black and University Gold color scheme, then I say you shoot your shot. In comparing this colorway to a Payton's PE, it does look like there are a couple of notable differences to the eye. At least to my understanding, there are two notable differences, and one of them being that these have some black accents on their eyelets, and on Payton's PE there are some gold accents. On his pair, it does look like the uppers have some more shiny black leather and a little bit more of a different texture, and these have a matte black leather finish that is a little bit more tumbled, a little bit more pebbled in its texture, which is a common criticism for a lot of Jordan 12 fans, that this sneaker does have different materials on its uppers than past releases that have looked a little bit more shiny in their execution on the leather of the uppers. However, for me personally, I don't mind that this has that matte black on the uppers. I feel like it does blend in really well with the otherwise matte University Gold bottom finish along the midsole and into the outsole, which is translucent, but it's really hard to tell unless it's really closer to your eye. When on feet, they don't really look overly translucent, but they are, and honestly, they are a really nice touch to an otherwise really well executed sneaker. And when it comes to the branding, that Jumpman plate on the midfoot or the midsole, these are University Gold, though they are a little different in their color from the rest of the paneling. And unlike the Flints, which is a sneaker that we did review in the past, they had a silver plate, something I wasn't overly a fan of, and I do understand that they also had silver accents to match that plate, but I do feel like it kind of threw the rest of the paneling off. I feel like these blend in much better, and Payton's PE do follow that trend of those Flints, which are that they do have the gold plate and the gold eyelet accents. But like I said, I'm not mad at the fact that these have black accents on their eyelets. I do feel like it blends in so much nicer, and it feels a lot more cohesive as a colorway for me personally. I guess the only criticism I would have on this sneaker is that the uppers, that black leather material, is of a texture that is a little too tumbled, maybe a little too pebbled. Not necessarily my personal preference on what I would have liked on this Jordan 12. It is a deviation from past Jordan 12s that I have seen that have had different textured leathers, but it is something, again, I don't mind. I don't mind that matte finish. And my other nitpick would be that it would have been nice to have a polyurethane insole. Instead, we have a cheaper, thinner Ortholite insole, and so that would have been really nice. And those are probably my only two nitpicks to an otherwise really well executed colorway that's absolutely fire. And like I said, if you are a fan of a sports team that has that black and University Gold color scheme, I have seen that meme that says, please don't do that, don't wear this with your game day fits. But man, rock this how you want to rock this. If this is a sneaker that you do love, a colorway that you do want to cop it and wear it how you want to wear it, because that's what sneakers are about, wearing them how you want to wear them and wearing what you love. But now I'd love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the Jordan 12 Retro Black University Gold? Is this a shoot, hold, or pass for you? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'd love to connect with you guys there. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed today's review, and if you really liked it, I hope that you will subscribe and join the community here on this channel, because we've got a lot more sneaker videos that are on the way. But that's all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for your time and support of this channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.